Hello, you gorgeous, gorgeous lot. Welcome back to a fabulous masterclass. Oh my word. Shut all the doors, shut the windows, twiddle the blinds, put the bins out, do what you've got to do, because this is going to be a truly fabulous couple of hours here on Crafters TV. It is going to be a foiling extravaganza. If you are brand new to foiling, you're going to absolutely love this. It's going to be like a foiling 101 for you. If you are a very experienced foiler, I'm pretty sure you're going to learn some new stuff. Do you know why? because I've got my TV wife and all-round fabulous crafter, Debbie Fisher, with me. How are you, Debbie?
Hello, Joe. I'm really well, actually. I had a lay-in this morning, Joe. I haven't had one of them for a long while, so very exciting. So all refreshed for the next 2 hours. And I do love a good masterclass because they're exactly that. They're the whole 2 hours spent just getting to know the foil machine, which is amazing. Our Gemini Foilpress, honestly, is one of the, for me, the best products that has come out to accomplish the Gemini itself. And we're going to learn so much in this next couple of hours.
Absolutely. Don't think about this as a new standalone machine. Just think of this as an extension to your Gemini, because that's what it is. You are maximising the craft ability of your Gemini and getting something amazing. I think personally our hot foiling is the best out there on the market, because what it does is it retains that shininess. I've seen a lot of hot foiling and cold foiling systems where you foil, they look brilliant, but then it loses its shine. This doesn't, and that is thanks to the technology in the Foilpress and the quality of the foils we're going to be bringing to you as well. I know that a lot of you are going to have a lot of questions as we go through. What I'm going to do is, rather than asking loads of questions all the time, I'll group them together, and every sort of 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, we'll do a little Q&A. So get all of your questions in right now, and I'll put them across to Debbie as we go through. If you want to get your questions in, then you can do so over on Crafters TV. That is how, on Facebook, that's how you can chat away in the comments there. Or if you're on YouTube watching, then it's Crafters Companion across on YouTube. So comment away over there as well. I would love for you to all share the pictures of your incredible foiling creations. And if you want to send those in to me, it's very easy. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to email those into. So that would be awesome. Don't forget as well, when you're shopping with us today, from today all the way through to the end of the weekend, double points. So if you're eyeing the next level of the club, maybe you're a silver eyeing gold, maybe you're a gold eyeing platinum, then this will be the weekend that's going to help you achieve that, I think. Debbie, I know you're going to give us a bit of a sort of foiling 101 to begin with, aren't you? Back to basics, all of those techniques. But then towards the second half, I can see a lot of fabulous things on that desk over there. Are we going to be attempting some of these?
We certainly are. So yes, exactly that. In this first hour, we're going to really get to know our machine, what it can do, how to do it. And then we're going to be creating these gorgeous products, these gorgeous cars that you can see in front of me. So this one, learning how to position your lift and cut and foil stamps onto your card. And then with this one, we're going to learn to do the waist, or doing that full project. Then we've got, this is one of my top picks. Look at that sentiment, Joe.
Love that.
That is one of the sentiment stamps. It's a solid sentiment stamp, which is amazing. And then we've got foil and cut dies as well. Schmetterling. And we're going to be like, there's lots of butterflies on there. Do you think there's a bit of a theme going on here? Do I love my butterflies? I certainly love my Schmetterling.
You are my little Schmetterling, Debbie. That's what you are.
I love that, Joe. I'll take that. Flutter, flutter.
My TV wife and little Schmetterling, Debbie Fisher. There's loads of great deals on the show. We're going to go through those a little bit later in the show. Definitely get yourself over to the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Click that the show button. That's me clicking it, and have a look at all of those fabulous deals that are coming up for you as well. The Foilpress is available. It's only available in the UK. I know you're going to see a US price on the details here. We'll get that removed for you. We are working hard to get it back in stock in the US. The reason it's out of stock in the US is because we had that incredible deal that we had for you in the warehouse sale. So it's cleared out at the moment. We will be getting it back in the near future, so don't worry, you will be able to get your hands on it very, very soon. Lots of you still chatting away with me in the comments, which I love. Kathy's in, I can see Jean's here, Ange in northern Indiana. It's very chilly apparently. Christine Mahoney's with us in upstate New York. It's a bit warmer this week, Christine. It's definitely thawed here. It was a balmy 13 degrees. Saturday it's going to be a balmy 13 degrees. I know, it's going to feel like spring. Feels like spring is about to Spring hasn't yet sprung, but it's going to spring soon. Anyway, I'm waffling. Debbie, over to you. I know you've got loads and loads and loads you want to share with us. Remember, keep getting your questions into me.
Yeah, absolutely. So to start with, when you get your machine, you're going to get your machine. You are going to get a foil top plate. So this is your main base. This is the base that's going to do all the magic, and it's going to heat your plate that goes on top. This bit here is consumable. So eventually, and it is a long, long while. This one has been used quite a few times, but you won't need to replace this for a long, long time, but depending on how much you do of your foiling. This is the plate that you're going to use, and it's the one that goes through your Gemini to do all that creativity. So the most important part with this, I'm going to just tilt it to the side, you can see there's all these metal prongs along there. You don't want to bend those because what they do is they connect with the part inside here. So if I just bring it up, you can see they will connect.
Oh, that's your, like electric coupling, is it?
Exactly, electric coupling. I love that, Joe. So always position your plate first and then just push it into there. Never wiggle it out, never lift it up because you don't want to damage anything in this section here. Always firmly just bring it out towards you and put it back in, and you'll never have any problems with it whatsoever. You have an on and off switch at the side, so it's all safety. So when you're not in use, make sure you press that to 0. You're going to start that by pressing it on. Your machine will then start to, would help, my plug was in better. Your machine will then come on, which will give you this red light here. You then press that and you can see it all lights up. Now what's going to happen is this needs to heat up. Its settings on low, on medium and on high. We generally tend to put it on low all the time because actually the heat that we're getting from this is enough to do most types of foiling. You've then got your digital clock at the top, you've got your minutes and your seconds. So, and I will show you that in a second, but if you click that, that will start to rise to whatever number that you want. You've then got your start and you've got your reset. So that tells you everything there is about the machine. Now, the next thing to tell you, this machine here, this plate will only fit through a Gemini Junior, and they are designed just for the Geminis themselves. You can actually, I'm not sure if we've got them on the website, but there is an extender plate. So, the extender plate is on the show. I didn't realise that. I think if we could get a sample. I just fell off my mat, I was so excited. If we could get a sample, we could perhaps show that later on in the show.
Yeah, we'll get one of those.
Good. I didn't realise that was on the show. So, if you have a large Gemini, you will need the extender plate to go with the machine, and then you can use it through your big Gemini.
Fantastic.
Now, the next two things that come as well is your plates. Now, you get your metal plate. The only time you will need this metal plate, and that is to protect your surface, is when you have cut and stamp dies. That's the only time you need that one. Now you can see that, hear that bleep. We've got a green light now gone, which means my machine is ready. The other plate is this one here. That is your top plate that goes on all your projects, and that's the one that you send through your machine. This is a really tough plate, so hardly any markings from cutting anything through there, but it's the one that's going to last you a long, long time. You just pop that on top, and that will keep your plate nice and warm. So while my plate is ready, I'm just going to bring in just a small die. This is one from our, let me see, it's from the Loving Sentiments. So they are on the show as well. And you've got all these beautiful sentiments with that, which I love. The other thing that you're going to get with this is your protective gear. So these little things here are for your fingers. So it means you can actually grab your sides of your machine. So let me just take these bits to the side. When you go, and this is for people that are sensitive, heat sensitive, you would then grip these under your, I've got them the wrong way round, that's your thumb, there we go. These will grip underneath, so when you pull that out, you can hold these into place and put them through your machine. And that means that the heat that's coming off the bottom, you won't get sensitivity of them. If, like me, you're not sensitive, and most of the team, we don't use these because actually it's not too hot that you can't hold your machine. It's just for people that are sensitive. So I love the fact that we've done everything to keep you all safe, and if you really need them. The other thing that you get is these amazing tweezers, and I call them amazing because I'm going to put my die back down there. If you push these together, what you've got is a magnet through there, so that will pick them up, which means when they're on your mat, so if I let that go, it releases them. You can pick them up. You've got your mat that you then, if I pop that to the front, you can then drop down onto your mat, and you won't then, can't see it, it's hiding, but you see what I mean. You can actually put that onto our mat and you'll be able to see that we can drop that down. So all those safety features. It doesn't take long for your dies to stop being so hot, so then you can pick them up, put them back in your packaging. So all those safety elements are what you are getting. So to actually foil a die itself is very, very easy. So this is just our main, make sure I put that back in. I just need to weight in waiting for my light to go green again. It won't take long because it was already green. And as soon as that's done, I'm going to put it all together. Now, I've got just a piece of card. I'm then going to bring in a piece of foil. So let's just have a piece of foil. I'm going to cut that roughly to size because you don't want to waste your foils. So out of this one piece, I know that I could probably get two pieces.
Just to ask you, Debbie, Jean says, is overfoiling something I guess we'll tackle as we go through this masterclass, but she asks, is overfoiling caused by the foil being too big?
So for the foil being too big, yes, that can definitely happen. Yeah,
okay.
If you cut your foil to size more, you'll stop a lot of the overfoiling.
And what is overfoiling for anyone that's new?
So overfoiling, let's say for instance, Joe, I was to foil this die, so which I'm going to do. If I left it on more than what I wanted it for, the foil would then just go into the card medium around that die. It won't just foil my metal, it will also foil my card. And the reason it does that is because you've left it on too long, which actually brings me to my very next piece, which is exactly what I was just going to do, is bring in my Foilpress booklet that's in your Foilpress. Now this is amazing. You can't do without it, honestly, not until you've really got to know your Gemini. So straight away on the first page here, it tells us for our foil stamp dies. Now foil stamp means a die that will just foil. It's not going to cut, it's just going to foil those letters. And it tells me different mediums of what I'm going to do. So you've got general cardstock, you've got pearlescent card, you've got vellum, mirror card, acetate, faux leather. So all these different mediums that you've got here. Then you've got small, medium and large dies. Now what that means, so I'm going to put this into perspective. This die, I would say, it's quite a small die, but it's a third. Let's say it's taken up a third of my plate. If I was to use a bigger die that takes up 2/3 of my plate, that means it's a medium die. And if another die takes up more or less the whole surface, we class that then as a large die. And you can see, I don't want to keep putting this on yet because I know my machine's ready and the die will get hot. I don't want that to get hot until I'm fully prepared to use it. So you've got all your user guide, you've got what's in the box, and then if I turn it over, it tells you everything you need to know about your heat, your pressure, operating the machine, and getting started with those hot foils. It then tells you exactly your platform that you need for your hot foiling, then your thin metal dies, and your stamp and cut dies. And if I then go back to the front, on this bottom piece, it's foil, stamp and cut dies, and there's a difference of what you need in there. It also tells you for things like vellum, you're going to need an extra card shim. So it really is a really important part to learn. So let's go exactly where it tells us to start. So hot foiling our stamps. So it tells us to make sure it's preheated. Check, we've got that done. It then tells us to place our foil stamp facing upwards. So that's really important. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure I've got everything ready. Now this is really important. Make sure you've got your foil, make sure you've got your medium before you put your die down. So it then tells me to put my foil down, trim my foil to size, and then cover with the medium that I need. So I'm going to pop this down. We're going to do that for the die facing up. It has got a grid on here. We're then going to always put your foil colour side facing down.
Just to remind everyone as well, if they have misplaced their instructions for the Foilpress, Debbie, it is available to download. We're going to post the link in the actual chat wherever you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook as well. So we'll get that posted up for you just in case you've lost yours. Our social media superstars, Colleen and Rachel, are just working on that for you.
Brilliant. So, Joe, just because I didn't want to leave it any longer, I've gone to here and it tells me for my cardstock of 300 to go on low for 10 seconds, which I've done. So as soon as that bleeps, I'm taking that out. I'm going to offer that into the mouth of my Gemini machine and we're going to send that through. So nice and easy. It takes it as it would your normal Gemini plates, but it's taking that die through. In that process, it's making sure that it's firmly gone down onto my cardstock, onto that foil, and then when I take this off, you can see I've still got my die. I'm going to take my tweezers, pick my die up, put that onto my mat, so that's all clear, and then when I peel this back, you get the most beautiful, gorgeous foiling on there, which is amazing. Now I'm going to do that again, but what I am going to do, I'm going to leave it a bit longer, Joe, because I want to show that, who was it said about the overfoiling?
It was Jean, I believe.
Right, so Jean, this is what, so I've got a big piece of foil there. I'm going to pop this down, but I'm also just going to, I'm trying to find just a thin piece of card. So the thinnest piece of card we have would be our Nina, and I'm just going to place that over top just to protect around my edges and place that on. Now I'm going to pop that back in. So then this time I'm going to put my seconds, I'm going to put them higher, and let's do it for 30 seconds. So let's say maybe that you didn't get your foil ready, you didn't have your cardstock ready, you've left your die on there, and what will actually happen is that the more heat that creates in there will actually then give you that over foiling. So where we had that really beautiful foiling done with that words, waiting for that to go down, so we've got then 10 seconds left, and then we will put that through the machine. And I'm thinking while I'm doing, you know what happened, Joe? It'll just come out perfect again.
You are?
It'll probably just come out perfect, so the point won't be proven.
I'm loving your blouse today, Debbie.
Sorry?
Loving your nice bright pink blouse.
I'm definitely a pink person, Joe,
aren't
and I'm
you?
feeling it. When you were saying about spring has sprung, I'm definitely feeling like we need some good weather.
Oh, we do.
We need a bit
sunshine,
of
though.
heat.
We've had some nice sunny days. Hopefully this weekend it'll be nice and sunny. I'm going to do some nice big walks again this weekend. Debbie's been out on big, long, romantic walks, haven't you, Debbie? Getting herself stuck in the mud and having to go home early.
Joe, I can't believe you mentioned that. I told you that in confidence.
Go on, tell people what you did on your
very
walk.
true. Let me show this first, and then I will.
It's a great story.
So it's not that bad, but actually compared to what we did, this is what we're talking about, over foiling. So we've got our perfect foil, which was 10 seconds, and then we did 30 seconds. But what it's done, it's picked up a bit here, and it's also gone around some of our areas. So it looks a bit mucky. So you can see the difference with the two, which is amazing. Yes, I went for a long walk, not long after we had all the rain. And I'm really equipped for my walk, so I've got proper muck boots. They're like short wellies, and they've got good grips on them, Joe. And we're out walking. I've got my coat and all sorted, and then we come across a field with thick mud that we had to get across. And I thought I'd be fine. I've got my muck boots on, and each step got harder and harder to the point where, as I took my next step, my boot got stuck in the mud, and I more or less face planted. So, but I didn't face plant. I did manage to put my hands in, my knees went in, I was thick with mud. And then it was just a comedy sequel after that, because my partner then was trying to get my boot out the mud to put it on my foot so I could get up, and then I just couldn't move, and then I kept getting stuck again. And yeah, and it was one of those times, you know, when you see like people getting like in films,
like a Mr.
people
Bean
get
sketch.
stuck in mud, quicksand.
Oh yeah.
It actually started to frighten me, thinking, oh, I'm going to keep going deeper and deeper.
Am I ever going to get out
of here? The mud's going to all swallow me.
Have you got any walking disasters you want to share with us?
Oh, I'd
Let
love
us
to
know.
know. Yeah, I'd
I would love to
know
know in the comments. Crafters Companion, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube. Loads of questions coming in, Debbie, which are really, really relevant, but we'll save them in about 10 minutes' time. We'll do a bit of a Q&A if that's all right with you, Debbie.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Don't forget, getting very busy across all the deals we have on the show as well. Don't forget crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, which is where you'll be able to shop all the deals that we've got for you. Remember as well, 100 bonus points on this, but also double points. So if you are shopping for a foil press today, which is UK only at the moment, you'll get 300 points for this one purchase. How awesome is that? I'll tell you what, let's share with you all the fabulous features of the foil press.
The Gemini foil press has arrived. Professional and luxurious hot foil letterpress can now be achieved in your own home with our innovative foil press system. This clever machine has been designed with so many fabulous and unique features, and it really does take paper and mixed media crafting to an exciting new level. Delivering professional looking foiling results using a hot press technique that ensures crisp, clean images. Perfect for stationery, invitations, party decorations, home decor, and so much more. The foil press is the only hot foiling system that uses a silicon plate, and we've created a plate that has edge-to-edge heat, so no matter where you place the dies, the heat will be the same. There are no cold spots or hot spots, just one consistent temperature, which again ensures perfectly foiled results every time you use it. Fast heat up reduces wait time, making projects faster to complete. The innovative foil stamp and cut dies allows you to do exactly that, creating professional quality hot stamping, and they work on everything from paper, fabric, cardstock to leather, vinyl, balsa wood and more. Don't waste any of your foil, as you can use the negative foil left over to create another project. With any machine that involves the use of heat, safety features are an absolute priority. The Foilpress has been fitted with a built-in cool-down feature that kicks in when the machine has been in use for a lengthy amount of time. There is also an automatic shut-off feature that will turn the machine off if the heated platform has been engaged for 25 minutes and not used. Everything needed comes in the box, including a handy manual which gives you all the time and temperature settings for the dies, so you can start foiling straight away. The Gemini Foilpress, made by crafters, for crafters.
By crafters for crafters, which is really what we're all about here at Crafters TV. We're all about really giving you something we know is going to work for you. A couple of things about overfoiling. So, Kathy, so we had the original question, didn't we, from Jean, who said about overfoiling. And then I've got a couple of questions here, Debbie, from Lorraine and Crafty AJ. Lorraine says, I have foil press. I keep over foiling, even when I'm foiling the times. Would love some tips. Crafty AJ as well asked if there's an easy way to remove over foiling without starting again.
So I do believe, I have been told, but I haven't tried it, but there's, and I should have, I'm so sorry, I should have researched this, but there is a rubber on the market.
An eraser.
Oh, an eraser, yes. We call them rubbers. Eraser is a rubber, yeah. So.
Yes, absolutely. That means something else in the States, though.
Oh, okay. So, okay, yeah. So an eraser. There is an eraser, and I need to find out. My glasses are steaming up. It's hot in here today, Joe. Stop laughing at me. It's really hot in here today.
Is it hot? Are you warm? I'm quite warm as well.
Really
I must say, I am very warm.
There's an eraser on the market, and I can't remember which one it is, so I will go and research it afterwards, and it takes away all the foiling. So there is an eraser out there that will do that. But apart from that, the best thing to do with overfoiling is just to cut around the image, or to just keep practicing as well, because sometimes, and I would say most of the time, it is about the heat settings. So although we've given you the booklet which tells you all the majority of the settings, they could, it could be a few seconds more, a few seconds under. So there is differences depending on your pressure of your machine, on the heat that's going through. So there's lots of differences there. But just keep giving it a try and see how you get on. And try and follow us to each. If you've got a die that's doing that and I've got it at hand, maybe we could do it together on the screen. So if I knew which die you were using and I've got it, I can do that. Or if not, I can make a note of it and try and do a little video for you to follow along and put it on my Facebook page.
Okay,
so,
awesome.
yeah,
I hope that helps you.
way.
Colleen says it's called a mono. Colleen's one of our social media superstars. She's manning the group chats today, along with Debbie. Still, it's warm. It is warm in here, Debbie.
Really warm in here.
Colleen is managing one of our social media superstars. Her and Rachel are both organising all the comments today for us, which is very nice. And Colleen says it's a mono sand eraser that you would need to use. Michelle says as well, Michelle Knits to You says yes, a sand eraser to remove the rest would absolutely work. Kathy asks if you can at some point during this show do a demo of using a regular cut die in the foil press, Debbie.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to cover everything. So we will definitely cover that and foiling die cuts as well. So,
fabulous.
Yeah.
Would you mind, George Squared in the gallery, if we just showed a picture of the extender plate? Because Samantha Woodford says, is the extender plate, does that replace the smaller one that you are using to place on top? Hope that makes sense. It does make sense, Samantha, and you are totally correct. It's available in the show today. Let me share it with you just here. So we would just sit that wider plate over instead of that other top plate, Debbie, is that right?
Yeah, so what it is, Joe, is in the larger Gemini, there's 2 points in the Gemini that have to detect what's going through those rollers. So if I was to put my plate through that, they go each side, so they wouldn't detect that. So what the top plate does, it's exactly the same as this plate here, but it has like an add-on section, almost like little shoulders. And the little shoulders,
shoulder pads.
like little shoulder pads, yeah, they will actually go along these side bits. So when you take it off, those bits will detect your rollers on your Gemini. So it's
Fabulous.
really nice and easy. And all I would say is make sure you don't put it above. Can you see if I do that, you can hear it. It's a step. so it won't go past there. Don't put it over the step because that's likely to crack either your plate or your top plate there. Always make sure it's butted up to this step and then you won't have any problems with it whatsoever.
Top tip there, Debbie, thank you. Keep your questions coming in to me. Studio, you could email questions if you want to, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. What I really want is for you to send me in pictures of the foily makes that you have been making. And you can send those to me by emailing them to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. That is studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and I will share some of those pictures with you as we go through the show, which is awesome. If you've got questions or comments, then remember Masterclass is the perfect chance to get those into me. Maybe you've got want to share ideas of how you love to use your foil press, then yeah, you can do that as well. And if you want to comment on Facebook, Crafters TV. If you want to comment over on YouTube, then it's Crafters Companion over there, which is great. Right, we're going to move on. Details are here for you for the Borders and Foil Stamp and Cut collection with 24 pieces, 20% already gone here. Boom, banger, bang, it is busy there on that. Let me quickly take you through what you're getting in here. So it's a really, really brilliant deal. £76 for you, or $89.60 as a platinum member. So you've got decorative borders in here, you've got your blossoming borders, loving sentiments, butterfly kaleidoscope, dancing dragonflies, you've got your butterfly and blooms, and you've got your blossoming reef in there as well. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous collection, that one for you. Now, we've also got a fantastic deal on these. Now, these are my actual favourite stamp dies that we've ever brought to you, I think. Do you know why? Because what we normally do is, with a lot of the stamps, take a look at this one here with a thank you on it. So if you look at this, what we'd normally do is we'd normally bring you a stamp die that foils the white element. With these, they're almost like negative dies, aren't they? And you'll still be able to use the negative to get the sentiment on its own. But I think if you want a kapow, a boom of foiling, you want mucho maximum foliage, then you are going to get these. So you've got thank you, you've got, especially for you, for all you Kylie and Jason fans out there, you've also got Celebrate, which is this one here. I think it is awesome. This on something like a cello bag or a wine gift bag would be absolutely awesome, a bottle bag. And you've got Happy Birthday. So you've got 4 very, very versatile stamps in here. You have got best ever pricing on this as well. If you're a platinum member, $27.20 or $32 to get all 4 of those, and they are substantial dies. You've got a lot of metal for your money in there. Do you want to go for some foils? We've got some foils available for you on the show. 2 for £6 or $7. We've got the rose gold, which would go beautifully with that those dies I just showed you a moment ago. And we've also got the gold spangles as well. Love the gold spangles, really beautiful. $3.99 or $4.95. Now, all the accessories that are available for your foil press, they're all available for you at the moment, and they are available with a discount, which is fantastic. So do you need a metal chimney? We've got that for you on the show. Maybe it's a silicone cooling mat you want to use. These plot twists work great as heat-proof trivets for anything as well, FYI. We've got the squeezers on the show. These are those magnetic squeezers. Love these ones. They really are fantastic. We've also got the silicone finger grips available for you on the show. These are super handy. If you want to do duck impersonations, they also work quite well as well. And we've got the extender plate for you on the show too, which is always really handy. This is what's going to allow you to use the original size foil press into your larger Gemini machine. Also. Very, very busy. Keep getting your questions in to me. You can do that, as I said, over on Facebook or on YouTube. Please send me in your pictures as well, because we would love to share some of the things you've been making with everyone else, which is fantastic. Right, Debbie, what would you like to take us through next?
Right, so we've looked at our stamping dies, which are this colour. So all of them, whatever just stamp and do not cut, come in this colour. And the cut and foil dies, I'm going to bring one up, are a dark grey. So if ever you see a dark grey, one of our dies and stamps, it means that this one will cut and foil, but one this colour will only foil. So that's how you know the difference between the two. So there is a little bit of a difference between using our cut and foil and using our regular foil stamps. So we have three different sections. So as someone was asking about foiling thin metal dies, which we will cover in this show as well, but we're going to go on to hot foiling with our foil stamp and cut dies. So it tells you all the instructions you need to know. So our first thing we need to do is plug in our foil press plate. So once that's on, our timer will automatically start coming on. So I'm just going to wait for that to go green, which won't take long at all. In the meantime, I'm going to make sure that I've got my medium to stamp and cut onto. Then I'm going to take my beautiful holographic foil. So we're going to use this on
I love that. Hey, I'm Jackie, holographic.
Holographic, that's my favourite. I know Debbie's is that gold spark spangles.
Love that.
She loves that one. That's her favourite one. But I do love the holographic. There's just something very special about that, isn't there? But what you do need to do with your stamp and cut, you need to use this metal shim that comes with it. So we're going to pop our metal shim right into the centre of there, and then I'm going to put my top plate over the top. Now what that's going to do, it's going to retain the heat underneath, helping that to all get nice and warm. So it's got up to temperature now, so I know that's up to temperature. I'm just going to wait just a few seconds more to let my plates, my metal plate, heat up on the inside. It doesn't take long. Like if I can touch that, and that's now starting to get warm. So I can then place my die. I'm going to pop that this way. It's quite a large die, I would say. So we're going to then look into our booklet in a second. We're going to place, I've got a little hole in there. I'm hoping it might not pick that up. It might just, there's a little bit there that it won't foil, but you'll know that that's because I've got a little bit. We might just do it there. Might just do it, yes. I'm going to then place my piece of card over the top. And then this time what I am going to use, and it's the only time we tell you to use something else, and I've misplaced mine. Oh, what have I done with that, Joe? Oh, it's right, look, I knew it would be right next to me. We're going to use the metal shim out of your Gemini and then place that top plate on there.
So how come the metal shim out of the Gemini is needed?
It's because we're cutting the die as well. Yeah, so we're actually cutting. So I'm going down to my foil and stamp. That's telling me, we'll go for a medium die, and it's telling me onto cardstock I need 300 DSM is 45 seconds. So I'm just going to turn that up, turn it on. I've done 43 because actually I've left that on for a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it's absolutely fine. And we're just waiting for those seconds to count down. So you can reset these seconds each time, or you can just go up and down when you need to use them.
I would love to know on Facebook and on YouTube, what is your favourite foiling technique? Let me know, because a lot of you are talking about all the things that you love to do. I know please send us your pictures as well of those favourite techniques, because I would love to share those pictures with everyone. We'll hopefully show you some of those pictures that are coming in the next sort of 5-10 minutes or so. And loads of questions coming in as well, which is fantastic. So we'll go through some more of those in a little while, Debbie.
So you can see every time I pull that out, Joe, I pull it out directly from those pins. So never ever wiggling, never any pulling up at all. So make sure you keep that straight in there. Offer it into the mouth of your Gemini. It will take it, it will do all that work for you. And the magic truly is in foiling. I mean, I would say that foiling has been quite on trend now for the last few years, Joe, and it's not going anywhere. It's still really high up there with so many different crafts. So you can see it's cut out that shape perfectly, which looks gorgeous. All I'm then going to do is find the end, and as we peel that back, look how absolutely stunning. Sauce. I mean, these are just amazing dies. If I turn that round, you can really see how beautiful that is. So gorgeous, gorgeous foiling. So that's what we get from our cut and our foil dies, which are absolutely incredible. And we will show onto black card as well, because you'll see how beautiful it looks on black card. But what I am going to do, Joe, is we're then going to go straight on to showing how we can use, I'm going to pick up my stamp there, put that down because that's hot. We've got then this piece of foiling, which a lot of people would call the waste. And this is a great thing to use if you just want to refoil this itself. So we're going to place this back onto here, but this time we're going to lay our card over the top. So now, because we are refoiling, what we do need to do, we need to create extra shims on here. So I'm just going to grab myself a couple of cardstock. Possibly only need one, but I'm going to put two in and we will see. Popping that back down there. So that gives me the extra cardstock I need to be able to add that pressure. And then going to again put in my metal shim and my top plate. So and it's still butting up to that line. You don't want to be going above that line because that's the pressure that it takes. I'm then going to set my timer again, so for that 45 seconds. But this time what we're doing, we're heating up all of that foil underneath, because remember, we've got no metal to help fuse that. So what we want to do is get the heat to a nice height, a nice heat. We could put it up actually to a medium heat, but it will still do it on a high heat. It just means we put extra shims in there just to help it on its way. So not long now, so we're just counting down past the 20 seconds. Once that passes down, we can then put it through, and then it's given us something even different. And then I'm not going to leave it there. We're going to then do something with that die as well, which is really good. So lots of different things we can do with it. Please ask your questions, because we'd love to hear from you. That's it. So we've counted down. So I'm going to pull that out, and then we're going to offer that into the mouth of Gemini and let that run through. So again, that Gemini is doing that work for you. I mean, it really is a workhorse. I really can't see why you wouldn't want to add another element to what the Gemini already does. So not only can it cut and emboss, to then be able to foil, Joe, is amazing. So I'm going to bring this one out so you can see that's quite embedded into there, but what I can do is just get the extra bit off there, and look at this, Joe. Pull this out. You've
Beautiful.
got that amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I love that, Joe. But we're not going to stop there either, Joe, because we've got a cut-in die. So I'm going to place the cutting die over the top of this.
And is that now going to also emboss your nail waste?
Yes.
Love
so
that.
What I'm going to do now is just bring my normal plates in from my Gemini.
So not using the foil press at all now in this
I'm not using my foil press at all
Awesome.
now. I'm just using this as a metal die, and we're going to run that through and give that a cut. So not only then have we got our main cut and foil die that we've done, which is this one here, we're now sending this through as a cut-in die with the waste of our foil, and we're then going to show the difference in the two, which is amazing. So just give that a tap, take that one out, and then we've got those two die cut elements and just completely different designs. So one is more foiled than the other because it's the waste. But how amazing is that, Joe, that we can use? And remember, you can use all your dies in the same way if they're a cut and a foil die.
Brilliant. I absolutely love that. Loads and loads of questions still coming in, so please keep getting those into me. Christine McCrone saying how she loves making name plaques with the Foilpress. She sent us a little picture as well, so hopefully we'll get to show that in a second. So please keep getting those into us as well, which is awesome. Right, details on your screen for the foil stamp and cut frames. Let me just share those with you whilst we're here. You've got here the hearts, which you've just seen Debbie use, which is this one just here. You've also got in here the Leon frame, which is this one just here. We've also got here as well the Papillon frame too, which is also fabulous. Then you've got the butterfly here as well. $49.50 if you want to get your hands on those ones. So do grab those. Right, Debbie's other best price yet is the creator card. Is it the one, George, with the Baroque in it? Oh, love these. And again, foil stamp and cut creator cards. So it's great that we've got such a fantastic deal on these. These should be £100 in the UK. They're $47.20 as a platinum member. Should be $120 in the USA, less than $60 as a platinum member. So you've got the Baroque just here, which is awesome. Really loving that one. You've also got the Art Nouveau, which is fancy. It's very roaring 20s, this one, isn't it? And you've then got the butterflies and blooms in here, which is that one there. I love that. Loads of really cool card concepts that can be done with this. My favourite, though, without a shadow of a doubt, is this one, the Art Deco. It is very Great Gatsby, which I absolutely love. It really is fantastic. There's a big hotel at the bottom, south end of Central Park in New York. I can't remember what it's called. It's where they filmed a lot of The Great Gatsby, Debbie. And I was lucky enough 8 years ago to have breakfast. I had breakfast there when I was in New York, and it was all Art Deco themed inside.
Oh,
even the
how
plates
lovely.
had like Art Deco scrolling all over them and stuff, and it was so opulent. I think that's going to really elevate your card projects, that one. So definitely do grab those. And awesome deals for you. Now, the other one I want to share with you is the Elements collection, and that is this one just here. Let me show you what you've got in here. Oh, I've got boards for these ones. Let me take you through them. So you've got in here, you've got your this one just here, which is your. This one is the Floral Delight and the Blooming Tree. I'm not sure the Blooming Tree is in there, is it? I'm just checking. No, so the Blooming Tree isn't in there. The Trailing Hearts is there as well. You're going to get that one just there. And you're going to get both of those ones, I believe. You get the Ivy and the Swirl there as well. Let me take you through the products you've got. So you've got the Ivy, you've got the Swirl 2, that is. Then you've got Swirl 1, Trailing Heart, you've got the Stag, love that Stag. And you've also got the Floral Delight as well. They are the ones that you are getting in there. $35.50 or $53.50. Of course, you can use your Club Inspired discount off of absolutely everything in this show. In fact, you know what? If you're new to us, I know a lot of you got a lot of these fabulous deals in your basket. I'm giving you an opportunity to check it out. Whilst you do that, also, if you're new to us, hello, welcome. We love newbies. If you've not, do you know what? If you're watching us and you either are watching us for the first time, you've been watching us a little while, you watch it regularly, and you've never commented and said hello, just say hello. Pop into the chat and let me know. Give me a wave. Let me know where you're watching me from. Us from. I'd absolutely love that. And you can do that over on Facebook, Crafters TV, or of course on YouTube, Crafters Companion. Whilst you do that, why don't we share with you all the details of Club Inspire. Take a look.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Absolutely. What are you waiting for? Make sure you join today. Absolutely. Loads for you. Loads of you still getting your questions and comments in. I'm at the Plaza Hotel. I did, didn't I? Tammy Sir says it was at the Plaza Hotel. It was, Tammy. It was used in many films. I was a little bit hungover when I was there. Maybe that's why I can't remember it. But don't tell anyone. Drink responsibly, don't spill it, okay? Loads of you still sharing ideas with us. The foil stamp and cut creator card 4-piece collection is still what is on your screen there at the moment, which is awesome, which is these ones, I believe, is it? Oh, I've got the wrong ones again. I'm getting a bit confused, the Baroque one, which is this one just here. Sorry, I couldn't find it, George. Do you know why? Because I'd already gotten it out, hadn't I? I know. We're going straight to Debbie anyway. But now I want to show you. Do you know why I want to show people, Debbie? Because they're so blooming gorgeous, that's why. So look what you're getting in there. You're getting the Baroque one, which is awesome, which is this one just here. You're also getting the Art Nouveau, which is that one just there. And you're also getting as well the Butterfly and Blooms, which is this one. You can see just there. And you've got the Art Deco there as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So do make sure you grab those. £59 or $71 to get you all of those. Debbie, these are awesome, aren't they?
They're my favourites. I absolutely love them. When they come out, there was so many ideas going through my head, and my absolute favourite one, and you've just got to have it, is the Butterflies and Blooms one, because it lends itself to so many different things. So I'm going to show you something that you may not have seen before, you might have done. So what I'm going to do, I've just been heating my plates up. It's all ready to go, making sure everything I've got all together. Now this is the Butterflies and Blooms. It's one of the ones that's quite a deep filled dye, which I love, and again you'll see that it's the dark grey, which means it's a cutting dye as well. So what I'm going to do to start off with, I've got all my foils ready. I've got that absolutely gorgeous royal blue, and then I've just got some Centura Pearl that I'm going to use. So I'm going to take these off. We're then going to put down our plates like it says in our manual. We're then going to place our blue over the top, and then we're going to place our medium over the top of that. So I'm just being careful not to jog, because the foil just, that's how big this die is, it just fits. And I know that I need 45 seconds on there. So, oh, I've just realised, let me take that up, I need my metal cutting shim because it's a cutting die. Place that on the top and then press start. So that's going to count down for us our 45 seconds. In the meantime, this is all heating up lovely and getting ready for it to just then be cut and foiled through the machine, which is
awesome.
Amazing. So it's so simple, Joe, isn't it? I mean, and it's not me simplifying things, it actually is very simple. And the fact that you get this booklet is just, honestly, I don't know what we would do without this. I still refer to the booklet now.
That booklet as well, if you've misplaced yours, the comment has been pinned in the comments on Facebook or across on YouTube, and it is available for you as well over on our website under the download section, but the link is in the chat for you right now. If you wanted to grab it, you can save it to computer, you can print it off, do what you want with it, but it really is like your go-to, isn't it, when it comes to using the Foilpress, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've heard the team call it their Bible, their matrix, so anything you want to call it, it's just an amazing book to have, because it really holds your hand every step of that way. And what I would also say is to bookmark this show, because then you can go back and recap on anything that you need to watch over again and remember where they are. So this is the first part of the demo. We're going to take this off, take our foil waste. You don't get a lot of waste with this, which is really good. So I'm just going to take a piece from underneath, just grab that side of there we go, and that will just all come away. So I then need to take out these pieces, and you can see, I mean, I'm holding this die, but you could let it cool out. It's not too hot that I can't hold it, and I'm just poking out all the little pieces. So because I need to cut it again. So once you, well actually, I don't need to cut it again because I've already got one, but make sure you clean those out so that's ready to go again. The next thing we're going to do, Joe, is we're going to reveal. Let's reveal. So let's take out all our bits that are all cut beautifully. So just cutting them all out. They will just fall out, but remember we've gone through foil to cut, we've gone through the cardstock, and I've used Centura, so that's in itself has an extra layer. So popping this out, and then if I just take the bit at the sides and pull that down and reveal that I mean, look how gorgeous that foiling is. Absolutely, if I turn it round
Really stunning, Debbie. And I just am always overwhelmed or I'm really surprised that you can do that with one whole stamp. Almost looks like, you know, like we have our layering stamps. It almost looks like you've had to do a couple of separate different layers, but it's all in that one die, isn't it? Which is awesome.
Totally. But shall I blow your mind now, Joe?
Yes, please.
Right, so let's put this down. What I've done is, I've done it again. So we've done it in a silver. So we've done it in that beautiful, I mean, look at that holographic. That is just so lovely. And the fact that we can get 2 for £6 is even more lovely. But what if I told you, Joe, we could double foil? We'll do a bit of double foiling.
Double foil?
Double foiling, yes.
Shut the double foiling front door.
We have the waist. Now, if I laid my waist into the blue one, what it's going to do is foil all of these. And then if I take the blue one, I can lay this into, just make sure I've got it the right way, lay that into there, and we've got then the opposite, our blue. In fact, I'm loving the look of this one, so let's do this one. So all you need to do is I'm going to bring in my board here. We're going to lay this down, and I'm just going to overlay the top. Just making sure it fills the gaps. It really doesn't even matter if it's not perfect, because it's just one of those really nice things to do. So there we go, we've laid that, we've got that exactly where we want it to be. I'm then going to bring in my metal shim. Before I do that, I need a piece of card. So we're just gonna shim it up with a piece of card over the
Shim it
top.
up sounds like a dance move, doesn't it?
Shim it up,
like a bit
shim
sort
it
of,
up.
what's that one that all the kids used to do? You used to get the foot behind and do that one. That could be like a shim it up. You can't really see. You're not really getting the full force of that dance. And I'm going to fall over because I've got my new mat. I think it's best we don't do that going forward, Debbie.
Yeah, don't do that, Joe. We don't want any injuries. And I just realised I hadn't plugged it in to heat up, so I just need to let that heat up to temperature. It won't take too long because I've not had it off too long. But that will heat up to temperature, and then that will do that double foiling like we've been doing. Oh, sorry, that foiling the waist. But we're foiling the waist onto the already foiled die cut. So it means we're double foiling. So you can do that with so many different ones of your dies. So all you need to do is to do them in 2 different colours.
Fabulous.
Yeah, and then it'll be amazing. So I'm just waiting for this to heat up, and then I've got 45 seconds, Joe. So if you want a recap on anything, I can just wait until this all counts down, and then we can show the reveal.
Why don't we have a chat about something? What should we chat about for 45 seconds?
Oh, have we had anyone in saying about their walks?
Walks? No walk chat, I'm afraid. Come on, guys.
So it's only me that has walking disasters.
Where's my rambling crew at?
I know, where are you? I want to know if anyone's been chased by a cow through the fields. Or...
Through cow? Oh,
yes.
Cows. If you go to Cambridge, oh my word, go to Cambridge or Midsummer Common, always getting chased by the cattle on Midsummer Common. They're very scary, you know.
Really?
Yeah, they are. There's a whole...
I thought you were going to say get chased by bikes.
Oh my, I used to live in Cambridge, right, and the amount of times I'd always get hit by a bike coming out of W.H. Smith with a magazine, going into Pret a Manger, which is across the street. I always had my head in a book, boom, I'd walk out, bang. Or I got hit by a bike about 6 times in 3 years. Luckily not hurt badly. I live to tell the tale.
Well, that's good to know. And he didn't do any damage with his little jiggery over there.
Well, that's, arguable, Debbie. I mean, you've met me, haven't you?
So we've bleeped, and I've put my counter down, so we're counting down now, so we're getting closer to being able to put it through. But it's the great thing with a foil press. It's one of those you can do with your friends, so you can chat away while you're foiling, timers going down, so many different things that you can do with them, which is great. So 10 more seconds, we'll run that through, and hopefully nothing slipped in there, because what I would normally do is put a little bit of low-tack tape on there, but I'm sure it's absolutely fine. I do live on a whim, that's the thing with me. So we're just going to slide that out, and I'm just going to let you know all these little tips. I'm always making sure that this line is butted up to my actual platform, because if it's not, you don't want it to damage either your platform or your Gemini machine. So we're going to run that through. The pressure of that is going down into that foiling. That's given us that beautiful, not over foiling, our beautiful double foiling. So let's bring this out the way, and there we go. And all I need to do is, if I bring that to the front, There's nothing left on my carrier sheet.
Oh, I love that. So satisfying,
And
isn't it?
look how beautiful. You've got double foiling on there, Joe. I mean, how absolutely stunning is that? And you could do that with any two colours that you want in the foiling range. It's just a really clever, beautiful way of using your foiling and your double foiling.
Really
your foiling and
gorgeous.
your waist. Yeah,
Love it, Debbie.
absolutely beautiful.
Our social media superstars are saying that my little jig made their day. If that's what it takes to make your day, I'm more than happy. Debbie, that is absolutely gorgeous. Sherry Flats, as a teenager, I was taking a shortcut through a field and got chased by a ball. I was so scared, but I made it.
I
Live
would
to
be
tell
terrified.
the tale. Samantha's saying that she's looking forward to watching me on my own on Saturday night. Winky face. Also, I had a message from Pam earlier. Where is she? PPE Pam. Let me find you, Pam, because she has offered to come in and give me some support. And now, oh, here she is. She says, hi, Debbie and Joe. Joe, do you have anyone to join you on Saturday night? I filled the car with petrol, packed a bag, and help you craft along. Honestly, if we weren't living in, if we weren't having to be so socially distanced, Pam, I think we could have made that happen, you know. I mean, it's going to be a long journey, though. Pam lives in Berkshire, which is like a good 4 hours from us here, I would say. Should we do some questions, Debbie? Would you like to field some questions?
That,
I've got absolutely loads of them.
Fire away.
Okie doke. Wendy Waffles. That could be my surname because I do waffle, Wendy.
I actually thought you said when you waffle.
No, Wendy
meaning
Waffles.
When I waffle.
No, Wendy Waffles. Imagine that as a question. When you waffle, no, Wendy Waffles says, can these dies be used just as ordinary dies? Don't think she means the stamp and cut dies. I think she means the regular foil stamp dies, Debbie.
No, they're not cutting dies at all. They're more like an embosser. They would emboss. So you could run them through your machine and they would emboss the detail, but they wouldn't cut. Only a cut and stamp die would do the boat.
Awesome. I hope that answers your question, Wendy Waffles. Donna Ogle says, can you foil onto watercolour card and then background with things like sparklings?
Oh, I love that. You know what? It's one of my favourite things to do. So yeah, absolutely is the answer, because what you've got then is a resist technique. So you foil your watercolour card. You can do all your painting backgrounds over the top. You can do all your splodging backgrounds over the top. And you've got your, just let it dry. You can then wipe away the foiling and you've got a resist technique. So yeah, amazing question.
Absolutely love that. What do you get with the Foilpress machine is what Emma wants to know. Great question, Emma. I'm not sure, have we got a picture we could show Emma of everything that you get included, George Squared? I'm not sure, it might have a picture of the box. I will get you a list of everything that's included though. I think, have you got the list over there of everything that's included?
Yeah, it's in the booklet. It tells you exactly.
I'll tell you what, I'll let Debbie tell you what's included.
George might be able to see down on here. So you can see you get your set of dies. So literally you get your Foilpress base station, you get the Foilpress platform, you get the top plate and metal shim, silicone cooling mat, the tweezers, you get your finger grips, which are these bits here. You then get a gold roll of foil, so you always get your foil. You then get 2 foil stamp and cut dies, and you will notice these ones here, number 9, because they're the ones that are darker, they're the dark grey. And then you get a little arrangement of, you get 3 foil stamp dies, which are 2 words, sentiments, and a butterfly, plus your instruction manual and your power cord. So everything you get is in the box, and you're ready to go straight away with stamp and cut dies and normal stamping dies. So yeah, you're ready to go straight away. So a really great little addition to your Gemini machine.
Awesome. Liz wants to know if at some point you'll do a demonstration on our alphabets or numbers, Debbie.
Alphabets and numbers. I'm not sure. We might be able to.
We've got a lot to squeeze in though, haven't we?
We've got so much to squeeze in.
Where does it go?
But it's a really good one because we do need to do something on that. So if we don't get it done here, I will definitely put it to the team to do something. Craig's a great one.
He might do a Facebook Live.
And he'll do one on his Facebook Live.
He did do a foiling Facebook Live very recently, you know. So you could go and check that out. It might be a great idea.
Absolutely.
Go back and watch all of the previous foiling masterclasses as well as this one. There's been several actually. What I would also say is, if you want to save this video, you can. Rosalind says she's going to save it, Debbie, because she says all of your tips have been fantastic. So that's always good to know.
Absolutely.
Phyllis says she walks 7 miles plus every morning. More than once I have face planted along the way. I can recall at least 3 times.
So you know what? That makes me so happy.
Does
I'm not
it?
the only one that did that. You know what was really funny though, Joe? I actually thought it was hilarious. I mean, you know me, I'm laughing at everything, and I was giggling like mad because I just thought it was so funny. My partner was really, really serious, and I couldn't work out why. And it wasn't until we got home and he said he was disappointed because we didn't finish our walk.
Aww. That's funny. I went on a very icy canal walk on Saturday from Manchester Ashton, and there was like ice stalagmites or stalactites underneath the bridges. It was so cold, Debbie. Ice absolutely everywhere. I did worry I was going to slip in the canal, and I did nearly get attacked by a goose on more than one occasion. Those Canadian geese can be very, very feisty, let me tell you. They write hissers. Terry Lee says, I cut through a field that had warning signs about mean ostrich. Now, I've been to an ostrich farm in South Africa. I know how mean those ostriches can be. She says, thinking it was a joke, I proceeded. Halfway across the field, the ostriches started towards me. Not nice animals. Glad you got out to tell the tale. Kathy says how much she's loving the show. She's crafting and eating lunch at the same time. What you got for your lunch, Kathy? Let us know. I've got a nice mozzarella and avocado salad. I am hungry. Carol says, what is Joe doing on Saturday night? Someone came to the door. Well, Sarah's with me all day on Saturday, but she can't be here, unfortunately, for the last installment of the Craft Vault, so I'm on my own. So we was working on things that I might do. We thought maybe I'd try and do a demonstration in the show. What do you think? I mean, it'll probably go horrendous, but we can give it a go. And crafting with cats. Tammy says, I'm foiling vicariously today. I love my machine. Still got an hour of fabulous foily fun to be had. Let me run through some of the stuff that we've got still to come on the show for you. Let me start you off with the borders. Now, I'm going to show you the floral border, which is this one here, which is just beautiful. Love how it's been done with the positive and the negative. And we've got this one here, which is the stress border. Now, the other one you're going to get, which I don't have a board for, is the confetti border, and I love it. It's a shame, really, because it's my favourite one of the lot. But that's what it's going to give you. Do you know what it looks like? It's almost like champagne bubbles. It's really, really beautiful, and it's really good to add accent foiling. Really fantastic, actually, to add foiling to your pattern papers. It works really well, too. So grab that, $19.50. Great saving there for you. You're looking at almost £30 or $41 there. Great saving. Now we're going to move on to the alphabets. Now the alphabets are fabulous because what they do is they just allow you to personalise so much stuff, and you've got alphabets and numbers, and we've got 3 different styles here for you. So you've got your classic alphabet, which is this one just here. You've also then got your traditional script alphabet, which is that one here, and you've got your modern script alphabet as well. Let me show you. Wonderful for invitations, wonderful for personalisation, great for milestone birthdays as well. Lots you can do with them. Alphabets, just like when we talk about dies and stamps, they are an absolute must-have essential, including when you're using your foil press as well. You're buying 2, we send you 1 free of charge, which I think is a really fantastic deal on those. Now, the foil stamp and cut frames, these are proving really, really busy, Georgina, aren't they? This one here they're actually the faves so far. Got the Biarritz frame, which is that one, which I think is beautiful. You've also then got the Leon, which I think is also wonderful. And we've got as well the Papillon, which is this one just here. Just here. I've been missing my H's all day today. Can we put out missing persons for them? I was in a meeting this morning and I said, I've just come from home. Like I was some sort of little Cockney Dickensian chimney sweep, is what I sounded like. I know. What am I like? What am I like? $49.50 or $49.50. Wherever you're shopping, $49.50. I love that. Really, really excellent value there. I need to give you a reminder on this next item here. You've seen this already. Half the stock has gone. It is the biggest item really that we've got in the show today, therefore probably represents some of the best value in the show as well. Also, you'll get free shipping and handling and free postage and packaging on that as well, which is brilliant. Don't forget we've got the foil press, but it is a UK only at the moment, but it is 100 bonus points, remember. And the great thing about that is that it means you'll get 300 points if you go for it today, because remember, double points across absolutely everything. Don't forget about the freebie frenzy that's going on over on the website as well, with a whole host of 3 for 2s. Let's just take a moment and actually, do you know what? This might be a great time to recap all the fabulous benefits of our foil press.
The Gemini Foil Press has arrived. Professional and luxurious hot foil letterpress can now be achieved in your own home with our innovative foil press system. This clever machine has been designed with so many fabulous and unique features, and it really does take paper and mixed media crafting to an exciting new level. Delivering professional-looking foiling results using a hot press technique that ensures crisp, clean images. Perfect for stationery, invitations, party decorations, home decor, and so much more. The Foilpress is the only hot foiling system that uses a silicon plate, and we've created a plate that has edge-to-edge heat, so no matter where you place the dies, the heat will be the same. There are no cold spots or hot spots, just one consistent temperature, which again ensures perfectly foiled results every time you use it. Fast heat up reduces wait time, making projects faster to complete. The innovative foil stamp and cut dies allows you to do exactly that, creating professional quality hot stamping, and they work on everything from paper, fabric, cardstock to leather, vinyl, balsa wood and more. Don't waste any of your foil, as you can use the negative foil left over to create another project. With any machine that involves the use of heat, safety features are an absolute priority. The Foilpress has been fitted with a built-in cool-down feature that kicks in when the machine has been in use for a lengthy amount of time. There is also an automatic shut-off feature that will turn the machine off if the heated platform has been engaged for 25 minutes and not used. Everything needed comes in the box, including a handy manual which gives you all the time and temperature settings for the dies, so you can start foiling straight away. The Gemini Foilpress, made by crafters, for crafters.
All the details there, of course, about the fabulous Foilpress, which is the star of the show. It kind of is the star of the show. Debbie's the real star of the show. We all know that. Hannah says, Joe, I think you should do a demo on Saturday night. I think you'd be really good. I love how much confidence you have in me. I wish I had as much confidence in myself as you have in me, Hannah. And Kathy says, she just made some homemade veg and chicken soup. Delicious. Maybe you could pop a bit around with a buttered roll, Kathy. I'd love that. Kelly says, I'd like to see foil demos using a big Gemini and the extender plate. I only have the big Gemini and the foil extender plate, which I have never used. I think it was definitely covered in one of the previous masterclasses. I don't know if Debbie's going to get time to finish it. Look, basically, Debbie's got a load of fabulous demos to share with you, and she's got 4 of them, and there's only 55 minutes left. So I think we're running it a bit close to the wire, aren't we, Debbie?
We certainly are, because we're not even close to doing those 4. You don't realise when you're doing it that how much there is to cover on Gemini, especially a masterclass, and I've wanted to make sure we've covered every single part of that. If we could grab our crafty fairy, she might be able to get us a plate, and then I can show it before the end of the show. But if not, I'm sure we've had it covered, or we'll get it covered in the next one, and I'll make sure if we do another foil show it is definitely covered. So to start with now, the next thing I want to do is show you, we've done all cardstocks. It's really good to show that we can actually foil onto different mediums, which is really good. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring in one of the dies. I can't even remember what the name of this one is. It's one of the custom foil frame dies, but what I've actually got is some faux leather. So it's just faux leather. It's nice fabric material to foil onto. So I've got my metal shim on, so I've put that on. We're then going to place our die on the top. I'm then going to place my foil. So I'm just going to grab my foil here and bring this on. It's not the Leons. I'm trying to think which frame. The Barats, is it? It's not a creator card, it's actually the Barits, that's it, the Barits. I knew I'd get there eventually of what one it is. And then because it's a cut and foil die, we're going to use our metal shim and then our top plate over the top, and then I'm going to count those seconds down. So once you've got everything on, remember you've got your booklet, check everything you need on there to start with. I know from just by doing it at the moment that we're using our foil, stamp and cut, and I'm using it onto faux leather, and that's telling me, it's telling me I need to stop it. So stop. So I didn't look at my booklet, which is actually good practice to show you, but it's actually telling me I only needed 20 seconds. And I put it on for 40. Luckily, there's still, oh no, I've stopped it, so I won't be able to see now, but there was 20 something left on the timer. So it's a good job I referred to that. It's actually 20 seconds, so I could have done a lot of overfoiling if I'd done it any longer. So that just shows you that make sure even me who uses it quite a few times, just not keep doing it yourself. And it is, so George, our producer, she just said it's quite, and it does make you want to keep leaving it on to get a better foiling. And actually that is not the case at all. You need to just do it for the minimal amount of time that you do it for. And then when we just peel this back, so it's just trying to grab a little end here, pulling that off, and then you'll be able to see, I mean, look at this. It looks, and actually it has done a little bit, you won't probably notice it, but can you see here, it's a little bit more darker in foil, so it's over foiled a bit, but that's because I left it on for too long. But that's onto faux leather, so not only has it cut out, it's also given that beautiful foiling. Now the other things, which is quite sort of strange things, but we have things like regular die cuts. So I've got a regular die cut here, and what I want to do is I want to foil this die cut. So any of your die cuts, always your foil side down. So what I'm going to do is just get myself a scrap piece of paper. Well, in fact, what we can do is put our foil down here, and then we can put this one over the top. And while that's going through as well, I've actually got a piece of chipboard. You know, you get these chipboard pieces. So they're quite tough, but they're really, really quite cool. And all you need to do with these, so again, I'm going to put my foil down first, put this over the top, or it doesn't matter which way, does it? They're both the same. Put that down.
I think this makes the Gemini foil machine like a stash rediscovered, isn't it?
Totally.
You know, dies that you use so much. You know the ones that you've got and you love. And you use them and use them and use them and use them and use them.
Yep.
And then you just sort of, you did them to death a bit, really.
Yes.
You give all those, get all of those out, get all your old collections out, give them a new lease of life with this.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. So what I'm going to do is I'm using my metal shim again. I've put extra pieces of cardstock down as well. And then I'm putting this one down and then clicking the timer down. So we haven't got anything on there that's metal. So we need to make sure that we are retaining the heat. We need to make sure that we do leave this on, because almost we're actually saying we want to over foil this. We want to make sure that the foil on here goes thoroughly all over our die cuts and our little toppers. I mean, loads of people have these little MDF toppers that they've got, Joe. They're tags that they have, anything that you sort of use that's in your stash. And it's great that you can use all your die cuts. So if you've then got something like this frame that we've beautifully done, we might then want to use an embellishment in the centre that you can use that with. So this is just counted down a few more seconds and we'll run this through the machine.
Donna would like to know what colour that rainbow shimmer foil was, Debbie.
I think it's just the, is it not?
Is it Aurora?
It's on Aurora.
Aurora. It's out of stock at the moment.
Yeah, I always say it's
Rainbow.
iridescent or, yeah, but it's
Aurora
Aurora.
Borealis, which I always have to really concentrate
like
to
that.
say. Popping it back out again.
Sending it back out.
Oh.
What it is because I should have done them at 2 different times, so I thought I was being clever and I really wasn't being clever. So what it's actually done is, it's done my first one but not my second one, because I've put 2 bigger cards. So all I'm going to do is take this one out and then send the other one back through. But if I bring that one out and then I can show you, we can then just send this back in. So popping that back down and that one, making sure it fits to that step again so it doesn't go there. I've took out 1 piece of card, we'll just pop that one back through and then we can show this one here. So look how beautiful that now looks, absolutely good. So you think all your die cut, it really doesn't like this topper that I've got in there.
Does it
Joe,
not?
So, no, it doesn't like it at all.
I mean, it's pretty much gone nearly all the way through anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, more or less. So it really doesn't like it because it's just taking it all out. Let me pause it.
I'll just leave you with that for a second there, Debbie. Karen Wild says, if you ever get interrupted, how dare someone? Why foiling? You don't peel the foil off the die right away after it being heated and put through the Gemini. Will it still easily peel off the foil? That's a really great question, actually. Does it adhere itself to the foil if you didn't take it off right away, Debbie?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it does.
It'll still work, even if you don't remove the waste or the carrier sheet immediately.
Yeah,
hope that answers that for you, Karen. And yes, and Donna, it was Aurora Borealis was the one. Don't know why I felt the need to point at you there. How are you getting on with that?
Yeah, so we got it out of the machine. There's me thinking I broke the machine. But we take that off look at this. I mean, we've actually made that tag a foiled tag, which looks amazing. So going from something very plain, then to add that foil onto your MDF samples is amazing. So, and then the next thing I just want to cover as well, Joe, is we were saying about, just grab myself a piece of card. Because what we was asked originally was, let me plug this back in so we get that heated up. The actual normal dies. Now I'm using one of our new creator card dies. It's such a beautiful die, but what you will see is it is just a normal regular cutting die. So this won't cut, but it will foil. Now what it doesn't do, if you had a foil die, it would fill in all the pieces, so it would fill the gaps in. But what this does is everywhere that you can see a cutting point, that is where it's going to foil. So it means, I'm just waiting for my...
Is this a cheeky plug for our craft along next Saturday? Is that what you're aiming for here, eh? I see you, Debbie.
Ah, Joe, I wasn't going to say, but yes, and I can't wait. So that's why I've got my hands on
So
them.
your first craft along?
No, I've done did a craft along on the Gemini.
Ah, fabulous.
No, it's different.
That was a
isn't
craft
it?
class, wasn't it?
Craft along is where we're actually doing
Yeah,
a
do it all
craft,
together.
aren't we? Yeah, yeah, it's my first one.
Fabulous. Keep
yes.
your eye on keep your eye on our social media this week for all of the items that you're going to need for that craft along. And it's next Saturday, so it's a week on Saturday, and it will be with myself and Debbie. It will be awesome, and it will be George Squared with us as well.
George, Joe and Debs.
Indeedy.
So all I've done is I've put my die on, I've placed my piece of foil over the top. I'm just going to move that down because my foil will go on to, not that it matters, but it will foil my top plate. Putting that on, and we're actually just going to do exactly what we would normally do when we're doing a thin metal die, apart from we're just going to add an extra shim. So that's all I'm going to do, add an extra shim, add this top plate on, and then we're going to count down from, and I'm just going to bring my booklet in just to remind myself, because it does tell us in here when you're foiling thin metal dies, and it just says that you substitute your foil die with a thin metal die. Yep, so that's all you have to do. So we're going to put this on for 10 seconds. So I'm going to, oh, no, I don't want to start. I want to reset. And then we're just going to do 10 seconds and press start. So once that goes down, all this is doing now is the same job as what the other dies were doing that you're foiling, apart from they're filling in. This one just goes round the outline. So you still
Fabulous.
get really pretty details. And what's nice about this, Joe, is this then allows you to have something to colour in. So you've got all that gap in between, so like that beautiful cross, you've got that then to be able to colour in. So we'll take this off. If I peel this back,
Oh,
now,
I love
I've put that in a bit too long. Can you see there, Joe? I've actually, some of this is over foiled.
Okay.
So it shows
We
you
get the idea there,
you
Debbie.
can over foil even on there. And actually, it's good for you to see that because it means that I've just put that in a little bit too long. But this is a great one because I would cut down the timing. I'd put that on and left it for a little bit too long before I counted it down. But you've then got all these elements that you can colour in. So you can use all your thin metal dies on your Gemini. There's so many different things that you can do with them. So if you think about it, all your dies that you've got in your stash, you can now use all of them to foil with, which is amazing.
How fantastic. Yeah, giving them a real new lease of life, which I think is really, really important. Shall we, Debbie, have a little look at the pictures that people have been sending in to us?
Yes, I would love that.
I can't wait to see them. There's loads. I love this one. Christine McCrone. What an unusual name she's spelt there, Debbie. Morven.
Christine McCrone.
Is that a name or a
Morven.
place, do you think? Place name or a person's name?
I think that's a person. Morven. I think is it maybe Irish or Welsh even?
Maybe, yeah. Christine's also done this one. I love this. She's used those stamp dies that we have on the show, and she's also put, it's birthday o'clock. The big hand is on gin. Always on the gin. One hand on the gin, the big hand's on the gin, and the little hand's on the tonic, Debbie. That's what it is. I love that. Kimberly Hampson, excuse me, has sent this in. LKKJ. I'm guessing that's the initials for a couple, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Love that one. Great for box frames. Remember, these are going to be awesome, also awesome for home decor, which you can see here. She's also, Kimberly sent us this one in. I love the mats and layers on this, Debbie.
Oh,
Just
how
gorgeous.
beautiful is that? I think Kimberly's left, she's actually used a thin metal die, the frames, to create that, which is amazing. I know what those dies are as well, so anyone that's wondering, that's from Sarah's collection. It was from, what was that collection? Oh, it'll come to me, but I know what collection it's from, but I can't think of the name.
Sounds legit. Liz has sent this one in to us as well. I love that she's the happy birthday and the numbers and some little schmetterlings in there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got loads more to show you. We're going to show you some before the end of the show. Right, I need to share with you this lovely selection over here. It's really busy. 70% of this has now gone. Remember what you're getting in here, absolutely loads. You've got your contemporary decorative borders, your blossoming border, your loving sentiments. You've got your butterfly kaleidoscope, dancing dragonflies, butterfly and blooms frame, and you've got that blossoming wreath in there as well. Do you know what I love? How that packaging matches the wallpaper. Oh, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? It's like it was meant to be. It's like we built the set around this packaging. Maybe we did. Who knows? For the sake of a good story today, we did. If you want to get your hands on that, as a Club Inspire Platinum member, £76 or $89.60, which is really fantastic value. We're going to go and have a look over here because I love these. I think these are absolutely awesome. I remember launching these with Craig, and these are all about kind of loads of foiling, which I think is brilliant. Sometimes we just give you sort of delicate foiling. We maybe give you foil frames, or we give you foil swirls or something like that. With this, it's about a real big chunk of foil, which I think is awesome. Let me just share these with you. So these have been done here, as you can see. I think they are absolutely fantastic. And these have been foiled maybe, I probably foiled these about 6 months ago, and you can still see they are still very, very foily, which is exactly what we want. We've also got Celebrate in here as well, which is awesome, with best wishes there too. And you've also then got this one here, which is your happy birthday, which is absolutely fantastic. Make sure you grab 3 of those. An awesome price. They should be nearly £50, £34 today. They're down from nearly $60 to $40. But as a platinum member, you're looking at $27.20 or $32. Do you know what I'd love to do? Just give you a reminder of some of the other stuff that's proving very busy in the show today as well. So let's whiz through some of those. What we've got here is the... what you've got here are your creator card dies, which are awesome. And if you want to go for those Baroque butterflies and blooms, and also you've got Art Nouveau and Art Deco in there as well, £59 or $71 for those. I love these ones. Slightly smaller these, but I think they are great. And the great thing is about small things like trailing dies and flourishes and corners and embellishments. They really are great, and great for building up as well into things like corners. You've also got, you can get those today, $35.50 or $53.50 is your price on those. We've also got the border dies available for you here too. These are fantastic. You've got 3 different borders. You've got distress, floral and confetti borders in there. We've also got the alphabets for you. You've got 3 different styles of alphabets here. You do get numbers included in some of these as well. You've got the modern script, the classic, and you've got the traditional script as well in there. You buy, it's a 3 for 2 there, which is great. Don't forget about the 3 for 2 freebie frenzy across on the website. And remember, you're getting double points on absolutely everything you see here on Crafters TV and the Crafters Companion website all weekend, which is fantastic. Now the frames, these are awesome. These are our foil, stamp and cut frames. These are fantastic for your scrapbooking. You've also got that lovely big grosser Schmetterling in there as well, which is brilliant. And you've got your top plate too. It's that extender plate for you, £13.49 or £17.95. Please keep getting your questions in, and I'll put them across to Debbie before the end of the show as well. What would you like to share with us next, Debbie?
More complicated, Joe. So, and I say complicated, just some extra bits that you have to do. So I'm going to bring in our beautiful butterflies. So these are the kaleidoscope of butterflies. Now what's great about these is you are getting 4 different types of butterflies. Now these aren't just a cut and stamp one, these are cut, stamp and lift butterflies, which are amazing, but it means we have to do a little bit more when we want to use them. So I'm going to bring in just a couple of the butterflies themselves. My machine is up to temperature, but actually I'm going to pop this to the side and just bring this down, because what I do want you to do is I want to be able to use this as a template. So what I'm going to use is a pencil, and all you're going to do is position where you want them, and it doesn't have to be too neat, because what this first one is going to be is your template that you're going to cut out. So nice and easy, you're just going to go round with a pencil. I mean, I'm using black card, you can use white card or whatever medium you want to die onto, stamp onto. And then we'll use our other one about there, and then we'll just take that round and do our other one. So
brilliant, love that. I love George Squared having a little conversation in the gallery. We're going to show some more pictures, and Georgina says we've got 7 pictures to show, George. How many people are they from? He's like 4 people, and Georgina's like, we can't have 7 pictures from 4 people. We can't have 4 pictures from 7 people, George. It's physically impossible. I just love them. They're like a Benny Hill sketch in there in my ear. It's like some sort of, it's like a Mr. Bean. It's like a Beano comic going on in there.
And I was trying to just concentrate and actually black them out.
Yeah.
Right,
oh, they're having a lovely time in there, Debbie.
They are certainly having a lovely time. We're having a lovely time down here, though, aren't we?
We are indeed.
So I've drawn around my dies to create that template. Now, what you are going to do is either take your scissors or your knife, but you're going to cut just slightly on the outside. So go round and do the outside. It doesn't even have to be neat at all, but always on the outside. So you're actually cutting around there. Once you've cut round both of them, you're going to end up with your template like this, and then you can keep that template for time and time again, and just keep reusing it, which is great. So if I bring now my machine in, I'm just going to pop my lid back on my craft knife, pop that away, and then we've got our template ready to go. So if you put this onto here, what I've then got is my butterflies, which will go onto here. So I'm just going to place them. In fact, we can just move them around. No, we can do it on the top. So we do it over the top. I should have cut them a little bit wider, but that's fine. And then, where's that other butterfly gone? I just had it, Joe, and it's disappeared. That's me all over, isn't it?
What have you done?
No, that is. I had another butterfly.
Oh,
we had 4
Where's your
butterflies.
schmetterling?
There it is.
Someone put out a missing schmetterling.
It flew away.
Oh, it flew away.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going.
It flew away like the last hour and 26 minutes has, Debbie. Where on earth has it gone?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're then going to do, I'm going to take my my foil. God, I've got myself in the right message. I was doing really well trying not to put too much everywhere. So we're going to first of all pop this one here. Then we're going to pop another one across here. So I'm not using too much at the same time. But I'm not worried about this overfoiling at all, because what we're going to do, I've done that completely wrong, Joe, so let me start again. We're going to place these underneath, and then we're going to place our die on the top here. There we go. Now I've worked myself out. Do you know when you do something and then you think, am I doing it the right way? Is this what I did at home? There we go. So pulling it through. So there we go. That gives us underneath. I knew I did it right in the first place, and then I questioned myself. What I am going to do is just find some low tack tape. Never where I want it to be. There's some. And then what we're going to do.
Do you think these new mats we've got are transformative, Debbie? I feel like we're walking on clouds today after Adam brought our new mats into us last night. What a treat.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so now you get the idea of what I've done. So I've created this frame that goes over my dies.
Beautiful.
So then what we're going to do, we're then going to take our pieces of, can't think of the word foil.
Quill.
The easiest words sometimes, Joe, just can't get them.
Well, you know what you mean. You could just say, you know, doobley flip, and we'd
Took
know.
our foil, and then I'm going to take the same piece of card and we're going to just place that on the top, so I know exactly where that's going to foil into. I'm going to count my 10 seconds down because I've already left them on far too long than what I wanted to, but I don't have to worry too much. I'm just trying to find, I've put everything everywhere, Joe, and now I can't even find my top plate. I always get to this stage in the hour. There we go, top plate, count down, and then we can pop our top plate onto there. I just need to, there we go. So just letting that heat up, you can see our 10 seconds, oh, just move that, but there we go, 1 second left. So we're gonna just take that out and run that through. For some reason, when you put sort of multiple dies onto the platform, it just tends to do over foiling. I think the machine then works out there's spaces. It's not where you want it to go. So it sort of almost fills in that sort of gap. So then what we've got, if I bring this out here, you can see if I turn it over, it's given us our beautiful foiling, but we can also cut those as well, Joe. So if I bring in, I've got a finished one here. If you run it through your machine, you can then cut out. You run it through your Geminis.
They are flying away.
Yeah, and you actually have them pre-standing out of your actual cardstock, which is amazing. And this can be used time and time again. So, and actually, that's not done too bad with overfoiling.
Maybe store that in with your dies in the packet that they're in, Debbie, that frame, so you've always got that.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's a really good idea. So we're actually going to finish our project. So I'm just going to bring in my card blank. So I've got a card blank. We've also then got our butterflies, and I've got just some extra medium. So I've done a best wishes from our sentiment range that we've got on the show. And then I'm just looking for, I had a little strip of, there it is, silver, just to finish the card. And we're just going to put this little card together, Joe.
Oh, I love silver glitter. It's fast becoming my new favourite thing, you know. You know, I love a bit of rainbow mirror card, but yeah, the silver glitter, I'm absolutely
That's my favourite, that
loving.
rainbow mirror
Do you know what I think we might need?
What is
Maybe
it?
I could ask Leanne. I'm here with Leanne. It's a fabulous Friday tomorrow because I'm here with Leanne all day, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I think we need a Rainbows Nature's Garden collection, you know, or Sarah's Signature collection, don't you think?
That would be nice.
All things rainbow. Wouldn't it be awesome?
Oh, yeah.
We were having loads of chat the other day. People were sending in ideas and suggestions for Nature's Garden and Sarah's Signature collections when we had our Craft Vault Sarah's Signature special. But, oh, yes, make sure you join me for that tomorrow. I've got a great craft vault with Leanne. We've then got a craft along together on the pop-out numbers, which is going to be loads and loads of fun. And then finally, and then also Colour Me Happy. We've got an incredible illustrator deal. And also, we have got a brilliant second edition of the craft vault. We're going to take you into the weekend, me and Leanne, tomorrow. And there's always loads of fun when Leanne's here. She always comes with all the lulls, doesn't she?
She absolutely does. You know what, I haven't seen Leanne for absolutely ages. She's an incredibly busy lady, and yeah, and I do miss her, Joe. We used to always have our catch-ups, and yeah, we've had some great times.
I've got a whole day with her tomorrow. How lucky am I?
Oh, you have to say that I said hello
6
to her.
live hours, myself and Leanne tomorrow. I'll also be popping up in the morning towards the end of Craig's wake-up call as well, so make sure you tune in for that one as well. You don't want to miss that. A great little sketch coming up at the end, let's put it that way.
And there we go, Joe. So nice and simple, really. So once you've done your butterfly stencil, you can create beautiful cards just like this, which look amazing.
And remember what you're getting in that collection. It's coming to you in that really lovely big collection that you've got right here. Loads in there. Lots of borders in here for you. You've got dragonflies. Dragonflies, seeing a lot of dragonflies. Seems to be really on trend again at the moment. They signal new beginnings, which is something I found out recently, which is awesome. You can see you've got butterflies in there. You've got your frames as well. It is an awesome, awesome collection. You've got sentiments in there for you as well. Don't miss out on that. £95 or $112 is your price there. Now we've got more pictures to share with you, so let's go for those because there's loads of you sending these in. Lynn Geddes has been very busy and she's made a gorgeous card here for her grandson. I love that she's got lots of different types there, Debbie, of our different Foilpress stamp dies on there.
Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? Yeah, and what I love about that is the fact that it's made for a man. I like the fact that we can use foils in a male version of a card. It's absolutely stunning. And those alphabet letters with those floral stamps are one of my absolute favourites. They are beautiful. Love that card. Really
the lovely Mary
one.
in Tennessee showing us as well that it doesn't have to be all about the foiling. I love this, Debbie, because she's used a rose gold collection. She's used an embossing folder. She's also used her flower forming, and then she's decided just to accent it with a bit of foil. And doesn't it make it pop?
Oh, it makes such a difference, yeah. It actually frames that whole embellishment that she's put in the middle there. That is beautiful, Mary.
Really, really gorgeous. Mary sent this one into us as well. Mary Sasser, I love that. I remember that's one of those big creative card Christmas dies that we used. It was absolutely gorgeous. Michelle's Crafty Creations has also been very busy as well. Is this one of the frames that's in, oh, it's a normal die she used to create that. Oh, I love that. Very sort of delicate, isn't it, when you use a normal cutting die, Debbie?
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I think that's becoming more and more popular now, Joe. Lots of people are using their thin metal dies to create all their mates now, because actually you think how many hundreds of dies us crafters have in our
thousands
collection.
For some, Debbie, thousands.
Thousands, yes, I should say thousands. They are now all foiling dies, and the kids will love colouring them as well. You can colour all of those, so yeah, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely incredible, which is awesome. Now, I need to remind you the Foilpress is only available in the UK at the moment. You can use your platinum discount if you wanted to as well. If you're paying £99.99, you're going to get 300 points because you've got 100 bonus points here. You've also got as well double points on what you are spending. Remember, as a platinum member, you get it for £80, which is awesome. Let's take a moment to recap the awesome details of our Gemini Foilpress.
The Gemini Foilpress has arrived. Professional and luxurious hot foil letterpress can now be achieved in your own home with our innovative Foilpress system. This clever machine has been designed with so many fabulous and unique features, and it really does take paper and mixed media crafting to an exciting new level. Delivering professional looking foiling results using a hot press technique that ensures crisp, clean images. Perfect for stationery, invitations, party decorations, home decor, and so much more. The Foilpress is the only hot foiling system that uses a silicon plate, and we've created a plate that has edge-to-edge heat, so no matter where you place the dies, the heat will be the same. There are no cold spots or hot spots, just one consistent temperature, which again ensures perfectly foiled results every time you use it. Fast heat up reduces wait time, making projects faster to complete. The innovative foil stamp and cut dies allows you to do exactly that, creating professional quality hot stamping, and they work on everything from paper, fabric, cardstock to leather, vinyl, balsa wood and more. Don't waste any of your foil, as you can use the negative foil left over to create another project. With any machine that involves the use of heat, safety features are an absolute priority. The Foilpress has been fitted with a built-in cool-down feature that kicks in when the machine has been in use for a lengthy amount of time. There is also an automatic shut-off feature that will turn the machine off if the heated platform has been engaged for 25 minutes and not used. Everything needed comes in the box, including a handy manual which gives you all the time and temperature settings for the dies, so you can start foiling straight away. The Gemini Foilpress, made by crafters, for crafters.
It's such a great machine. Go and have a look over on the website at the independently verified 5-star reviews that we have. Drop into the chat if you were sat on the fence about it and you're thinking, is it great? Do I need it? Ask some of the other crafters that have got this at home and are using it and getting amazing results. Whether you're doing that on Facebook or you're doing that over on YouTube, it's completely up to you. A lot of people chatting away still. Absolutely stunning card. Rosalind loves the monogram letters as well. She's made luggage tags for friends, which is a great way of doing it, actually, isn't it? You know, cutting a piece of faux leather, popping a loop on there, maybe even a buckle, and foil onto them. I think it will be absolutely awesome. It really will. Will all of these dies that we've got fit in the Gemini Junior? Yes, by its very design, when you're using the regular size foil press platform, it's designed to just pop a top plate on and that to go right into your Gemini Junior. So yeah, it will work just as standard in there. We are fast running out of time. Debbie, I mean, where does it go? Honestly, they whiz by these masterclasses. Remember, if you've loved this masterclass, there are more masterclasses on the the Gemini foil press, you can go catch up on those on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. That is also where you can watch and shop at the same time, where you can place your order and find loads of inspirations, and also see all the deals that are coming up on the rest of today's shows and tomorrow's show as well. But I know we don't have long left, Debbie, but I'm sure we can squeeze plenty of crafting into the last sort of 20 minutes, can't we?
Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping to get another last demo in as well, a full demo. So, but I just want to show you some of the samples and different things that you can foil onto, because it's the one thing I haven't really done. So you can see using those frames, being able to create just absolutely gorgeous cards, crafting onto different mediums. So yes, your black card looks nice, but what about black glitter card? I mean, that's actual glitter card that we've crafted onto, which looks amazing. Another one here, and that's in glitter card as well, which is just beautiful. That stag, I mean, look how absolutely gorgeous that stag is. So beautiful. And these are using the actual numbers and the alphabets, and they just look amazing, just being able to pop those little initials onto there. But so many different things that you can do with these. But I am going to show you something totally different. What about material? Look at the border along the top here. It looks amazing. Now I did it onto faux leather. That's been done onto material. What about acetate? Using your foils to go onto that acetate looks absolutely stunning. And then I'm bringing in this candle, and I see Sarah made a candle yesterday, and she actually showed that how you can actually get this effect onto your candle, just using some wax paper and your hot heated gun.
That was fabulous, that, wasn't it?
It was amazing, wasn't it? And then onto a cello bag to put it into as well. So go back tomorrow and you'll be able to see Sarah doing that one, which is quite incredible that you can get those sort of effects by using different mediums that you've got. And one more, I'm just going to show you this one. Look how beautiful this is, a notebook that's been done. So obviously from our softer side, they have done this, our Bernie probably has done this beautiful notepad, and then onto faux leather, put that gorgeous border, and it doesn't rub off, Joe. This is what's amazing about it.
Yeah, I've had someone made me a foil diary, and it was gorgeous. It wasn't using this foiling system though, Debbie. And after about maybe about 6 weeks, it really started to lose its shine. And I think that's what's great about our system, is that it still looks as great, you know, a year down the line as it does when it's first foiled. You know, a lot of those samples that you've got there are well over a year old, Debbie, aren't they? Yet they still have that awesome shine to them, which is what you want from your foils. Josie wants to know, can you foil your wooden gingerbread people?
Your wooden
gingerbread people? I think...
Is it like MDF or
I think they're
chipboard?
thin MDF pieces, I believe, yeah.
So you can, yes,
awesome.
Is the answer to that. That's what we did with the, I thought I put all my pieces there, yes I did. Just bring that one in. So this one was just chipboard, and we foiled that onto there, so yeah.
Brilliant.
So you can, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
The other thing you can do is lay different coloured foils down onto anything that you want, and you'll get an array of different colours, so you don't have to just stick to that one colour. Right, so a couple of things I'm going to show now. So we're going to show, this one is our Baroque frame. These are stunning because not only are they a cut-in die, they cut and foil, which are beautiful. The designs on these are so effective and so beautiful. So I'm going to bring in my machine. It's fully up to temperature. I'm going to make sure, first of all, I've got my card ready, I've got my foil at the ready, and I'm going to make sure then that we have all my plates, because I know what I'm like. So because we are using the cut and foil, we need our base plate. So this is our metal shim. You do get this in your box, so don't worry. And you do also get one of these, not this one, but a smaller one to actually play with that's actually in your box. We're then going to place our card, our foil. Joe, look, I do it every time. I just had it in my hand and now I've put it somewhere. Where have I put it?
What you like?
Did it fall? It did fall.
I love that when you lose anything, our crafters often know where it went. They are very eagle-eyed, you know,
yes,
our
they
crafty
are,
crew.
very much so. So just making sure that covers my frame. Then I'm going to put my metal shim, so we will put that over the top and then pop this down. So I'm going to look again and I'm going to see I'm doing my just 300 GSM and it tells me 20 seconds. So I'm just going to go in at I've even got my glasses on and I did 23 seconds, Joe. But yes, and it tells us on low for a medium dye. And actually, no, it tells me 30 seconds, so we will give it a little bit longer, so we'll give it another 7 seconds afterwards, just to make sure that that's foiled all the way through. So we're just counting down, it's about to go off, and then I'm just going to add on.
I'm ready.
6 more seconds. Yes, that was a Leanne.
A Leanneism.
That wasn't she?
A chivism.
Leanne is a chivism.
A chivism. That's what we should call them. Leanne chivism.
And then we will place that into our machine and let that take that from us. My machine, there we go. Just didn't seem to want to take it today. It's like Craig's not using it. That's probably what it is.
Probably, yeah. Only works for Craig. Craig's Gemini, junior.
Putting up a
Craig
petition
loves the junior, doesn't he?
He's the junior, yes, and I like the big machine. I do love the junior. They all have a purpose, but I tend to always use the Gemini. And there we go. So that's cut out our first one. So that's got our layer. Let's just find the edge of there. Just give it, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
And then pull that off. Look how gorgeous this looks on.
Beautiful. Love the black and gold. How
card.
classy is that?
I know. How amazing.
Imagine with a
is
little
that?
wedding photo in there. For someone's anniversary, if they got married, first year anniversary, get a wedding photo of them, pop it into there, cut it down to size, put it in a little box frame. How awesome is that going to look?
Amazing. I mean, that's amazing that we can do that in just one pass and 30 seconds in the actual foil press, which is incredible. So that's what we're going to use to do that one with. I'm then going to just take out my metal plate. And then we're going to use one of my top picks. I adore this one.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. You've got Celebrate written into it. You've got this block stamping. So first of all, I'm just going to make sure I've got everything I need. So I'm going to use that lovely rose gold as well. I think that one might be a little bit too short, so we're just, there we go, that's better. So I'm going to place that on. Before I do, I would say this is a medium die. I'm cutting onto, I'm going to do it onto, I'm going to class it as vellum. The reason being, I've got a textured cardstock, Joe, and because I'm using a block, what I call a block solid stamp, place that over the top, then I'm going to place my die, just going to make sure I've fitted that all on. I want to also make sure I'm putting it, because it's a textured, the least textured side, and then we're going to put on a piece of shim over the top of that, just because my foil comes out a bit more. Then we're going to place this on the top, and then we're going to do our 30 seconds. There we go, and press start. So once you press the start, again, that's just counted down the timer. I think we are the first foil machine on the market, Joe, that has a timer built into our machines. So it is really important, and it also has different heat settings. So you've got your low, your medium, and your high. So that's really, that's amazing that we've got all that at our fingertips. So everything is easiest for us to do.
It does become more and more and more popular, it seems, for you, doesn't it? And as Georgina just said, didn't imagine that you'd ever be able to make foiling this affordable. You know, under £100 for a hot foiling system. I think we take that for granted sometimes, whereas actually that's incredible, incredible value for money, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So bringing that out, and then we're just going to take this off, and then you can see, I mean, look how incredibly beautiful that is. I mean, really, absolutely, I mean, that's stunning, isn't it?
Really
and then
gorgeous.
there's not one part of that, Joe, that hasn't been foiled. It's so pretty, it's so beautiful.
Question for you, Debbie. Could you almost paper piece it, but in a foiling sense? Could you do it, like, do it again in silver on another piece of card, then take the two wastes, switch them over, so almost inlay the foil over the top of it? Does that make sense, or would that be too difficult to do?
Joe, that's what we did.
What, just there then?
No, but that's what we did.
No, we did it before, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
But could you do it on this die, I mean? Because it's a sentiment, or would it be too difficult?
Well, where's me away? No, you could do that. Oh, sorry. So what you're saying, yes. So what you're saying is to do that in two different colours.
And then switch.
Double foil.
Yeah,
which
double
is
foil.
exactly what we did with this one. So you do exactly
So you just do the same principle?
Exactly the same principle.
Oh, that would look great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so you would, let's say we did that again in a silver and laid that back into there, then you could foil the silver into the waist.
I love that.
Perfect, yeah.
I love
really
the ones where you get loads of foiling. I don't know why.
Absolutely.
I mean, sometimes it's nice to have the delicate, dainty ones, but it is really lovely. And the great thing is as well, get a load of foil at home, get a load of cardstock out, get all of your favourite foil stamp and dies out, and just have a play, because I think that is one of the things. Creativity breeds creativity with this machine, and the more you use it, the more awesome ways you're going to come up with using it as well, which is going to be awesome. What would you like to share with us next, Debbie?
So what I've also done is I've just done a happy birthday, because I thought that goes with our celebrate. So I've just foiled our happy birthday. I've got our frame. I'm going to keep this really simple, Joe. So I'm going to use my glue, bring that in. I've just got myself a little, I think it's a 5x5, yeah, 5x5 card blank. We're going to glue this onto the front. You could use foam pads to have it a bit higher to add that definition. You could also sort of cut it, the shape through into a card and use it over acetate.
We've got to do demo of the show, Debbie. I forgot. Have we done a full demo? How many full demos have you done?
We did the butterflies, and this one will be the second one.
All right. So as soon as we've done this one, then Debbie, if it's all right for you, then we'll do a vote on the two, eh?
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds awesome to me.
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
Get your voting fingers ready.
So all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to use my foam pads to heighten this. So pop these onto here. And we're just going to do a nice, really simple card that looks so effective because of...
Morven is a female Scottish name, Debbie, we've found out.
So I got them both wrong.
Find out
I said
the royal
Welsh or
we.
Irish. I did think it might have been a Welsh name, but yes, a Scottish name.
Yeah,
Morven,
I say royal
of
we.
course.
Georgina found out. So thanks for that, Georgina, keeping us right there.
So up the top here, we're going to put our little foiled stamp, and then we're going to use this one to literally explode across our page.
Love that.
Yeah, so nice. We're keeping it really simple, but look how gorgeous.
It's National Drink Wine Day today as well.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Perfect.
Celebrate.
Absolutely perfect. And you've got all that
Or was it yesterday?
beautiful foiling.
Right, so the card of the show is Celebrate or Butterfly. You let us know. We think Georgina thinks it's a one-horse race. What do you think, Debbie?
I love both of them, to be honest.
I love them both.
I do love the butterfly one, but I do love the simplicity of this one, and I think as it's National Wine Day, but it's a difficult one, Joe. It's a difficult one.
Who knows? Jodie Perrin would like to know, what kind of foil do you use, or does all foil work, Debbie?
No, that's a brilliant question. So no, not all foil works. It has to be heat activated foil. So you can get foil out there, Joe, that's for cold foiling. So it's for rub-ons. So have people heard of rub-ons
Like
before?
adhesive foiling?
Yes. So you can put a strip of adhesive tape down the side of a card, add your foil on, take it off and it will stick to that. You can use tacky glue, let that go really tacky. You can use your foils across there. But these are not the foils that you would use for that. These are actual heat activated foils. So you can use any foils, but as long as they're heat activated,
Fantastic.
then they will be fine.
I hope that helps, Jodie. Right, I want to just run through some of the stuff that you've seen in the show so far. We are very busy, especially for this first collection that I'm about to share with you. If you're a platinum member here, £76 or $89.60. However, it is limited stock now, so if it's in your basket, you need to check it out. Remember, you're getting double foils, double points across absolutely everything in all of our shows for the rest of the weekend, which is fantastic. I love this next collection. I think it's my favourite collection in the entire show. It is, of course, your Gemini Stamp Die Solid Sentiments that you've got on the show with your 4 different elements in there. This is for loads of foiling. I love that it's almost like what you'd expect to get from the negative of some of our other foils. It's just fantastic. £34 or $40 becomes $27.20 or $32 to get 4 amazing foil stamp dies. Is awesome value for money. We've also got the Creator Card stamp try that again. The Gemini Foil Stamp and Cut Die Creator Card, 4-piece collection here for you. These are brilliant because you are going to get in here, this is the Baroque, the Blooms, the Nouveau, the Art Nouveau and the Art Deco as well. Really gorgeous, great saving there. Platinum members are going to save more than you're spending there, which is awesome. The Elements, these are great. They're a sort of smaller style embellishing stamp die for you, which are going to really help to accent a whole host of different creations. $35.50 or $53.50 there is your price. The borders are fantastic as well. Make sure you get your hands on these. A great deal on these. It's a 3 for 2 across them, which is fantastic. And they are really brilliant. Love those on ribbon, Debbie. I think they are really awesome if you want to foil your own ribbon, those border dies.
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, we haven't touched on ribbon as well. In fact, there's so many more things that you can foil
2 hours.
onto,
I mean,
Joe.
we could have 12 hours and not get it all done. There is so much you can do.
Absolutely.
Definitely something I would suggest for you. If you don't own these already, get the alphabets, because personalisation adds pounds, doesn't it? It really does. If you're making to sell, if you are doing stationery, if you want to do names and name plaques. I've got a beautiful name plaque that Craig made me foiled, actually with a little bit of fuchsia ink over it, Debbie, mounted, and I've actually got it on my cabinet, my glass cabinet at home with a few other little crafty bits. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I think people really treasure the things you make for them, especially when they're personalised. Do grab those, $29.50 or $49.50 if you'd like to grab that. Now the frames collections, really busy on these. You've also got in here the heart, remember. You've also got you've got the Biarritz, the Leon and the Papillon in there. They are the 3 that you are getting. Do grab those, really awesome price. Don't forget about the top plate extender as well. This is for when you want to use that smaller foiling plate through your larger Gemini machine. For anyone that's got the Pro as well, I mean, I had a conversation with Leanne about this earlier in the week. We are working on something that would allow you to use your larger foil press platform through your Gemini Pro. So make sure you stick around. I'll ask Leanne about that again tomorrow for anyone that didn't hear that earlier in the week. We have a winner of the card of the show. It is the butterfly, Debbie. The butterfly is the winner. As I thought it would be, it goes into the cabinet of creativity, which is fantastic.
And there we go. Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it looks amazing. There's lots of definition in that, and it really shows how you can make such a gorgeous but simple card.
Really fantastic. So glad that won. I know many of you love your schmetterlings, which is awesome. Right, Debbie, we have got 4 minutes left on show. I'm sure we can squeeze something else in, don't you?
Yeah, you know what, Joe? I think we should just go back to basics for a minute and recap on this amazing machine, because it truly is an amazing machine. And why wouldn't you want to add this addition to your Gemini machine? Because it only works in the Gemini. It's been specifically made to work in the Gemini. I mean, you won't know, well, you might know this, Sarah might have said, but from when we first bought the machine out, the Gemini machine, which was around about 3-4 years, what we did is we put heat sensors into the machines, so it will never affect, everything will just stop working, which is amazing. And this actually we haven't even touched on that, it has a heat sensor in it, so it will never overheat. So never wait and never worry about that. You are getting everything you need in your machine to get started straight away, including a gold roll of foil. You're getting some dies and stamps in there. You're getting all your platforms that you need. You're also getting your safety mechanisms as well. So this is amazing. It means that you can pick up, you've got a pair of tweezers, so you can pick up and put down on your silicone mat. These are separate as well, so these are great to put in your basket because you can use them in the kitchen, you can use them anywhere that you're putting. You might have straighteners that you can put your hair straighteners on there in the bedroom, which it's just an amazing mat to save all your different surfaces. But if we want to just create using our thin metal dies, I've got just one of my sentiment dies. We would class this one, I'm just going to pick it up before we put it down. We would class this one as a small die, which means it wouldn't take more than 1/3 of your machine. If you had anything bigger, like 2/3 of the machine, it's classed as a medium die, then a large die. And the reason I say that is because the actual handbook that tells you all your temp temperatures and times for all your different cardstocks, your vellums, mirror card, acetates. It tells you small die, medium die and large die and what temperature to put them on. So I'm using a black piece of card which I know is 300 GSM. So the 300 GSM cardstock needs to be on low. So I've made sure that my buttons on here are pressed to low, and I've also got my green go light, so that means it's all ready to go. It then tells me that for a small die I need to heat for 10 seconds. So you just press your seconds up till you get to 10 and then you're ready to start. Now always make sure that when you place it on, your foil is ready to place on the top. Always put it face down. Put your card then on the top of that, and then we're going to put our top plate on and press start. We only need 10 seconds for a small, medium to small die to put onto 300 GSM cardstock. And always refer to your booklet. It gives you full instructions on how to use. When the bleep goes, it means it's ready. So we will take it from there. We will then place it into the mouth of our Gemini, and it literally will take it from you and do all its magic. Now just going back to this base, please just remember that when you are putting it in and out, only slide it to and from, which is amazing. So bringing this back out, we will then be able to see that this is going to foiled absolutely beautifully. So as we pull that off, look at that beautiful foiling.
How beautiful.
This you can use as waste, so you can use that on another piece of card, but this gives just the most amazing foiling. It is the perfect system for anybody who wants to add that touch of luxury to their card. And honestly, I can't stress enough how much this machine is used by all of us here. I think Joe needs to even start having a go.
Maybe I could. I don't know about that. Maybe we'll start with some die cutting first, Debbie. Let's not get too carried away, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this masterclass. Remember, you can watch it back at any time. Share it to your Facebook wall if you want to make sure you see it all the time. Maybe you've got a friend, a crafty friend that you think would love this. You can share it with that friend. Send them a link very easily on social media. Save it over on YouTube as well. Watch it back as with all of our shows at any time over on our website. Don't miss out on the awesome deals that you found in this masterclass as well. They'll run for about the next 48 hours, so do grab them whilst they are available. We've got an hour off here at Crafters TV, and we are back. I'm going to have a big salad and a lot of coffee because I am back with Sarah Davies, the Queen of Crafters Companion herself, for a 4-hour crafting sale marathon. 1, 2, 3 hours of Sarah Cartload and an hour of Craft Vault as well. It's going to be awesome. Debbie, massive thanks to you. Hopefully we'll see you back here real soon on Crafters TV.
Yes, definitely. See you soon. Bye.
Awesome. A big thanks to the team next door in the gallery, and of course a biggest thanks to you guys as well. We'll pop Debbie's butterflies. Her schmetterlings will fly up onto the cabinet of creativity. Grab yourself some lunch, get a coffee, do what you need to do, but make sure you're back here in 1 hour's time to join myself and Sarah. I'll see you then. Get shopping ahead as well. See you soon.